All right, so today I am going to go through the steps for making an equilateral hollow paper pyramid. So equilateral means essentially all sides are the same length. This is different than like an origami pyramid because I believe the origami pyramids that you'll find on like YouTube are not hollow. This is a hollow one. This is more like a papercraft pyramid. This isn't hard to make, but you do need a few tools. First thing you're gonna need, this is called a T-square. We line it up with sides to draw straight lines vertically and horizontally, just like so. Obviously a pencil to draw our shape. And then I'm gonna use a protractor, probably just for filling in some lines. So I just like the ruler on this because it's small. It's not like a giant ruler. It's a little easier to manage on a smaller piece of paper. So first thing we need to do is we need to decide what size our shape is going to be. What size our sides of our pyramid are going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do just for size reasons on this one, and you can change the dimensions of this. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do a 3-inch equilateral paper pyramid. So all sides are going to be essentially 3 inches. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line my T-square up. I put this mat underneath just because this edge is a little thick, and if I do it on the table, it kind of raises up. So I'm going to use a cutting mat underneath. So I'm not going to put it in the middle. I'm going to put it towards the bottom just to make sure I have enough height up here to draw my shape. And I'm not going to start on the side. I'm going to start just a couple inches in. So I'll start 1 inch in, and I'm going to measure 3 inches. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 inches. So I'm going to go from 1 to 4. That is 3 inches, just like so. So 4 inches. Okay, just like so. I'm going to put a couple little marks there too, just to make sure this is accurate. Now what I want to do is I want to find the middle. Obviously half of 3 is 2.5, so, or sorry, half of 3 is 1.5. So I'm gonna go 1/2, that is our center, okay? Now I am gonna flip my T-square around, and I'm gonna draw a line in that middle mark. That is the center of this triangle, essentially. I'm just gonna draw this line long though. What we have to do now, we don't want to measure from here to here because the distance from here to here is longer than it is from here to here. So I'm going to measure, since our shape is 3 inches, I'm going to measure from here 3 inches up. Okay, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to line it up just like so. Okay, now I want to find 1, 2, 3, so it would be on the 4. So I'm going to line that up with this little line that I drew, just like so. And this can be a little confusing when you first start doing it. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, so that's 3 inches. Oh, I wanna make sure I get that line nice. Okay, one thing I'm gonna do though, actually, is I'm gonna extend this, because this is essentially, it's gonna be like a mirrored pyramid from here to here. So you need 2 pyramids, or two triangles. So I'm gonna have a triangle here, and then the same triangle is gonna be mirrored up here. So I'm gonna draw just like, let's get that 3 inches. 1, 2, 3 inches, because we're doing a 3-inch equilateral triangle, just like that. And you want to be with these shapes, you want to be as accurate as humanly possible. If they're not, they won't fold the way that you intended. So I'm going to draw that line a little long, just like that. Okay. Same thing on the other side, but now I can kind of just match that point. I'm still going to measure though. So I'm going to go here, and I know I'm going backwards, but 1, 2, 3 inches. So it would be right there. Hold on, make sure I line that up. Okay, once again, I'm going to overextend that line. Okay, see how we have like essentially a mirror of this shape over here. So I'm just going to make sure that's 3 inches so I can line it up. Oh, that is like perfect, almost. Put a little dot where the center of that is, right there. And this isn't gonna be perfect. If I was doing this like an actual shape. I definitely take my time. That is 3 inches, 1, 2, 3. Same here. We're gonna line that up. Just make sure it's 3 inches long. 1, 2, 3. So just a little bit longer. And so now we have essentially, we can put a couple little dots here. We essentially have two 3-inch equilateral triangles, just like so, okay? Now I'm gonna draw a line from here 3 inches out, because remember, all of these sides are 3 inches. I'm just gonna fill that in real quick. So this line's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. All of these lines are 3 inches, equilateral. So now I'm gonna just draw, I'm gonna line this up right in the middle. So I'm gonna go, so that's the middle, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna put a little dot there. Then I can essentially draw a line right there. Make sure you put a little dot, just so you know where the 3 is. So now we have a line that's 3 inches. Let's measure just to make sure. 3 inches right there. So we have 3 inch, 3 inch, 3 inch, 3 inch, 3, 3, 3. So all over it's 3 inches. Now all I really have to do is connect these dots just like so. Just like so. We're gonna connect these dots. Oh, that's a little off. Let's make sure that's on. So now essentially what we have is a foldable equilateral triangle. If we fold along these lines together, it'll turn into a pyramid, a 4-sided pyramid. Last thing though, because we're gonna need to glue this together, I'm gonna put a little tab. And a tab is essentially just I forget what shape this is. And you can hand draw this or you can measure it. It doesn't really matter. This is gonna glue to this side to close our shape. That's basically it. Now also though, if you want an open shape on the bottom, which I assume for this shape you probably would, you want to keep this the way it is. If you want to put a square, like an enclosed shape, so there's no gap in it, you could also draw a 3-inch square, okay, coming around here, and that would close the shape. You'd also, though, if you do that, you have to think about tabs on that square, but that's a little more complex. That's pretty much it for that. I know it seems hard, but once you understand the way that it works, it's super simple. For me, it's repetition. Like when I did this the first time, it was super confusing. So doing it over and over and over, now it's just like muscle memory. I just remember. Remember, this is equilateral too, though. All of these sides are the same. If you wanted to do like a non-equilateral triangle with maybe the sides are a little bit taller than the bottom, that's a totally different shape that you have to use the protractor to find the angle and match it all around. Totally different shape. Not hard, but definitely more challenging. So yeah, that is it. And then you just cut this out and then fold it all together.